second place. That is not what we expected to be saying. Bastianini's having another look. This time he is going to get it done on Joan Mir, who's eased aside into turn 4. Bastianini on the move. He looked like he was getting a little bit impatient behind Joan Mir. He's now made the move.
Marquez gone in hot here on the brakes into the first corner. It looks like he has, yeah, gone in way too hot. He was never going to stop that. Thankfully, he didn't lose the front, took the front, just knew that release the brakes, run wide, take your punishment, and then try and recover the lost place. So Binder didn't have to work for that one, but he's up into second and looking strong. Can Bastianini's Ducati do anything about the Repsol Honda and Marc Marquez directly ahead of him? He's picked up some slipstream. He'll have the inside line and he eases by Marc Marquez on the brakes into the first corner. So Marquez, is he going to pull it a little bit tighter? No, Mir's gone well wide. Likewise, Jorge Martin. That's the slipstream effect. That's just those extra 5, 6, 7 kilometres now you pick up in the slipstream. It just changes your braking marker. We saw it last year. Pecco Bagnaia actually lost the chance of a victory when he ran in hot at the first corner in the Grand Prix of Qatar last year. So it's an easy mistake to make. Simon, down to you for some thoughts.
Yeah, just about that braking area. When we first saw it with Marc, now a couple of others in recent years with the wings, they help the bike stop as well. When that device clicks back up into place and the wings angle of attack works, they rely on it with their braking marker. But if there's someone in front of them in the braking area, the wings don't work and they can't stop.
Yeah, all that dirty air around the wings. Yeah, good point, Simon. So Pol Espargaro, well, it's been plan A gone to perfection so far for him. He made a brilliant launch off the line from 6th place on the grid, and he's been happy to make the front running here, of course. There's been missed opportunities, hasn't there, in the past of Pol Espargaro. He's been so tantalisingly close to breaking his Premier Class victory duck. I'm sure wherever you are in the world watching from the sofas on the virtual fan wall, you're enjoying this cracking start to the 2022 MotoGP World Championship. Surprised to see Mir struggling to run the pace at the front at the moment. Will he come on strong in the latter stages?
Absolutely. Well, he's leaving himself a little bit of work to do at the moment. He's only a second off the lead at the moment, although that top 4 do appear to be getting a little bit of breathing space out of the front, but it just underlines how competitive MotoGP is in 2022. 5 different manufacturers in this 6-rider leading group. Pol Espargaro leading for Honda ahead of a KTM of Brad Binder, a Ducati of Enea Bastianini, the second Honda of Marc Marquez, with an Aprilia and a Suzuki right on their tails.
Well, in the early stage of this Qatar Grand Prix, I don't think anybody would have thought pre-season that Pol Espargaro and Brad Binder and Enea Bastianini would be holding the top 3 places, with world champion Fabio Quartararo in 9th and runner-up last year Pecco Bagnaia in 10th. Still a long way to go. There is confirmation on your screens. Unfortunately, Jack Miller retired, down and out of the opening Grand Prix. That's cruel luck for Jack Miller, really unfortunate for him. Now we're looking back at Alex Rins, and there's the pole man Jorge Martin. He's in 8th. Bagnaia actually has just taken that 9th place away from Fabio Quartararo, probably, I'd imagine, using a bit of grunt of the Ducati down that start-finish straight. The chasm between the Ducatis and the fastest motorcycles here and the Yamahas has been pretty embarrassing. Jack Miller storms out the back of the factory Ducati garage. Clearly there's been a problem that is not of his doing, totally out of his hands, not the way he wanted to kick off 2022. Might need to have a bit of a 10-metre exclusion zone around Jack for a few minutes.
We're on board now with Marc Marquez, trailing Enea Bastianini. Marc Marquez, as Matt said a moment ago, setting his personal best lap of the race last time around. It's difficult to know at this stage whether Marc Marquez is just sitting pretty in 4th place. He seemed to want to talk his chances down over the course of the weekend of challenging for the win and for the podium. It's pretty clear at this stage, at half distance in this MotoGP race, that Marc Marquez is well and truly in the podium battle. Yeah. But is he just holding fire at the moment and keeping his powder dry in 4th place, or does he have more to offer?
And what's pretty clear is the improvements that we knew had come from HRC. The powerhouse like Honda were never going to take the last couple of years lying down, were they? There's Nadia Padovini, of course, the boss of the Gresini team, the widow of the late former 125cc world champion Fausto Gresini, fantastically carrying on Fausto's legacy here, forming the MotoGP team.
Pecco down.
No! That's Pecco Bagnaia. And who's he taken out?
Jorge Martin.
Oh, dearie me, friendly fire. 2 top factory Ducatis out of the opening Grand Prix of the season. We're going to have to look at that one on the replay. They can't believe it. What a disastrous night for the Ducati Lenovo team. Jack Miller already out and bitterly frustrated and angry. And now Pecco Bagnaia, he runs over to console Jorge Martin. That looks like then Bagnaia was the guilty
Yeah.
man. He apologises to Jorge Martin. Jorge Martin looks like he takes it on the chin, but what a disaster. Up the inside then comes Bagnaia. He's at the inside line. Front end just tucks right from underneath him. Trail breaking into the first corner on the outside. Poor old Martin hung out the drive.